the acceptable year. Subject guide. If you get your pencil, paper, and your Bible, let's look at the Word as fast as I possibly can. But it's what I wish to talk about. And if you can believe it, for everything under the heaven, there's a time for it. Amen. Not just a time. There is an acceptable time. Amen. For a thing to happen. And let me more say that some things just cannot happen until the right time for it to happen. That's right. Amen. I've heard folks say you have an untimely death, you know. You know you can't die till your time. Your time has to come for you to die. Your time has to come for you to be born. Amen. Can't be born the other way. You got to wait on time. So, in the Word of God, we find that God tells Israel to preach the acceptable year of the Lord. You can see that in the book of Luke. If you will turn there to the Gospel of Luke, chapter 4 and verse 19. Let us read it there in God's holy word. St. Luke chapter 4 and verse 19. Yes.
To preach the acceptable year
of
the Lord.
Now that's in your Bible.
Amen.
And you can hear men and women discuss when is the acceptable year of the Lord. I have a book I got this week, 428 pages, trying to explain when is the acceptable year of the Lord. And you know, after 428 pages, I didn't know no more than I did when I read the first page. In other words, what is it saying here? To preach the right time of the Lord. There's a time when the Lord wants to bless you. And it's during that time, only that time, that you can be blessed by the Lord.
Amen. Amen.
You cannot look for the blessing, or you may look, but you cannot find the blessing until the right time has come. And then, when the right time comes, you can be blessed. Amen. In the book of Psalms, we are told that it is time for you to work, O Lord. It's time for you to bless Israel. Matter of fact, it says the set time has come. In other words, it says there is a set time that the Most High God has promised to favor Israel. And not just favor Israel, favor Israel, praise God, above all people that's on the face of the earth.
That's right. That's right.
Now, you know that sounds, what you would call it? That sounds, come on, she's toy. But you know what it is? It's true.
That's right.
It's absolutely true.
That's right, man.
That the Most High God has said, listen, no matter what suffering, trials, and tribulations you go through, I have a set time.
Yes.
And I'm going to bless you.
Amen. Amen.
When that time comes, God going to bless you. I don't care what get in your way. It's got to get out of your way.
That's right. That's right.
You hear what I said?
That's right.
Praise God. The Queen and I went to a program that a week last week, thanks to Casey, her business was, and we went to a program with Shirley Steve, where she was. And in one of her songs, she was saying, get ready for a miracle. And she said, not only get ready for this miracle, she said, you are next in line.
All right. Oh, yeah.
She said, the devil has had you bringing up the rear all your life.
Yes.
Will come through and get up to the front of the line. Because you next in line. You next right now. Well, what I'm saying to Israel this evening here as we have this last Passover before the millennium. We are next in line.
Hallelujah.
Y'all didn't get that.
Amen.
Y'all didn't get that.
Amen.
Don't matter how long we've been suffering. Don't matter how long we've been poor.
All right.
No matter how long we've been living like dogs.
All right.
No matter how long we have lived, for sometimes life don't seem like it's worth living.
Right.
God said, tell Israel the acceptable year. That's what you preach.
Amen.
Don't preach about Sally's dress is too short. Don't preach about Susan's dress is too dirty.
All right.
You know, you find preachers today just preaching a whole lot of stupidness.
Amen.
But the Lord said, here is what you preach.
Yes.
You preach the acceptable year. What do you mean? What is it talking about? Preach the acceptable year, the right time.
Yeah.
Now, when the right time comes, it means no other time could have been the right time except that time.
Amen.
And you know, everybody all over the world is worried about the millennium.
True.
The government's worried. Y2K, they said it's going to mess up everything. Because everything is computerized. We're living in a computerized world. I told the man last night, the God of Israel is not computerized.
No.
Hello?
Amen.
Everything else might be computerized, but the God of Israel is not computerized.
Hallelujah.
Well, nothing go wrong with God's program. I'm not saying it won't happen to the other programs,
Right.
but God did His work in 6 days. And then He did.
That's right.
Praise God. Not one star has got wrong. Not one star has got out of shape.
All right.
The moon ain't never got out of line. The sun has never refused to come up.
All right.
And you know something? When the millennium get here, it's going to keep coming up. Y'all listen to what I'm telling you? I'm not saying that the computerized world ain't going to get all out of whack.
That's man-made.
I'd be surprised if it don't. But what I'm saying is, Israel, you have nothing to worry about. Your car is not hooked up to no computer. They said the folks ain't gonna be able to get their money out of the bank because the computers is not going to work right, and you ain't gonna be able to get your money out of the bank. Well, I said that's not gonna trouble Israel. You ain't got no money yet.
All right.
Y'all listen to me. So, praise God, praise God. So if the computers mess up the banks,
All right.
that won't hurt Israel.
All right.
Don't we didn't put our money in the banks? We surprised it's been going all right long as it has.
Yeah.
He said you better store up some food and water. He said one of the things is that they're going to run out of rum and wine. They had one man on the television last week, and he said they have already sold more wine than they have in 5 years during this first 4 months of the new year. So they done sold out all their expensive wine and rum and liquor. Most big hotels is already booked up. So you can't even get no rooms in Israel. Jerusalem, all the hotels, everything is already sold out.
Amen.
For December the 31st, 1999. But they don't even know that ain't even the time God is talking about.
All right. All right. Come on.
Oh, what a trick. Don't be afraid on
All
there.
right. All right.
Y'all hear what I said?
Amen.
They don't even have the right time for the thing.
All right.
December 31st at midnight. God didn't set his clock by no midnight.
All right.
In his word, he said in the evening and the morning
Right.
was the first day.
Yeah, come
In the
on.
evening and the morning
Come on.
was the second day.
All right.
He said it about midnight.
No way. No way. No way.
To preach the acceptable year of the Lord. Originally, what this had reference to when this quotation was made from Isaiah, that's where the Most High was speaking from when he read Luke 4:19 from the book of Isaiah. And what it meant then was the year of Jubilee. And the year of Jubilee meant that everything and everybody went free. You lose every obligation. You open the prison doors. Everybody you owe, the bill is settled. No obligation. Everything must be set free. And Jubilee They said that you would lose everything. Well, let's go into the word here. In Leviticus 25, Leviticus chapter 25, verse 10, 13. Leviticus chapter 25, verse 10 and 13. Leviticus 25, verse 10 and 13. Who can read?
And he shall hallow the 50th year.
Now, this is the 50th year. This, they say, is the year of Jubilee. But let me ask you this. Do you know anything about Fleet Bank calling anybody in and saying all bills are paid?
No.
Citizen Bank? Do you know anything that have called in the people and said, listen, your debt's paid? Because this is Jubilee. Do you know anybody you owe phoned you up and said, well, listen, Susie, the debt's paid because this is Jubilee?
No.
I tell you, no. And let me ask you again, do you know what state that you know about that have said to the prisoners, you're going home? Because this is Jubilee. I tell you, instead of letting some out, they putting more in.
Yes, yes, amen.
Well, now, look what Leviticus 25, 10 to 13 says. Let's read it.
And he shall hallow the 50th year.
Yes.
And proclaim liberty throughout all the land.
Listen, you're supposed to proclaim liberty throughout the whole land.
Amen.
Everything's supposed to get liberty. Everything's supposed to be set free.
Amen.
Credit card, Visa's supposed to call you up. MasterCard's supposed to phone you up. American Express supposed to phone you up and say, you don't owe no money. Because this is Jubilee. Chrysler Co-op supposed to call you up and say, the car's paid for. This is Jubilee. All bills are paid. Have anybody got a call?
No.
And where all is he supposed to set this liberty throughout the whole land? Read on, my sister.
Unto all the inhabitants thereof.
Unto all the inhabitants thereof. That means everybody in the land. Yes.
It shall be a jubilee unto you.
It shall be a jubilee unto you. Yes.
And ye shall return every man unto his possession.
Listen, everything that you have for somebody, you're supposed to return it to them. Every man to his possession. The acceptable year of the Lord. Well, ain't nobody returning nothing. So something apparently is not right. Look in Isaiah 49 in verse 8. Isaiah 49 and verse 8. What do we see? Praise God. The acceptable year of the Lord is what we have to proclaim. Isaiah 49, read verse 8.
Thus saith the Lord Elijah,
This is what the Lord said.
in an acceptable time,
In an acceptable time. Listen, you know, it's encouraging today to know that God has an acceptable time. A set time. Most black folks feel that we supposed to live the way we live. You know, when you suffer so long, you start thinking that's what life's supposed to be for you. I'm telling you today, that's not true. You don't supposed to suffer the way we are suffering. Because they call us here in Babylon, robbed us of our name, our culture, our identity, our God, our religion, and put a trick God on us, a trick religion on us, made us a babbler and a proverb. So we have to live like dogs. And nothing they do to us is wrong. Put 41 bullets at us and kill us. Ain't nothing wrong. These police is doing their duty. They're not guilty. They didn't do no wrong. The man was moving, looked like he was getting a gun. But are you reading Isaiah 49 and 8 careful? Listen what it says. What it says? This is what the Lord says. In an acceptable time. Listen, he done heard our groaning. He done heard us complaining about we can't pay rent. We can't get no place to live. We can't get no decent job. He done heard us.
Amen.
And you know, we go on and on and on and on. We don't think the Lord heard it. He goes to, my sister said to me one day, she said, you know what? I sometimes wonder if he up there. Because he ain't answering back, you know. I have heard thee in an acceptable time. At the right time. You go to some people sometimes to go out night. Even before you start asking them, they start telling you they ain't got it. Right. Then you go to people sometimes to go out night. Even before you ask them, they say, how much is it you really need? How much is it you really want? The acceptable time. Say that I would get luck today. We in Israel don't go by luck. We go by our plan.
Amen.
The acceptable time. Because I heard you're in an acceptable time. And we preach that acceptable time. Now, our blessings have been delayed. I need to get this out to you. We already would have been on the good side of the street. But we're not. The folks that's holding these things is having them for us. But because we have turned away from God's Sabbath, His statutes, His laws and commandments, the blessings have been withheld. Not only has the world turned against God's laws and statutes and judgments and the commandments, they have declared a war on the commandments of God. You stop and think of this. Reverends and preachers, deacons and church brothers and sisters have declared a war to kill the Ten Commandments.
That's right.
And for certain, if they can't kill all 10, they must get number 4.
Right.
Y'all know what number 4 says?
Amen.
What did it say?
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
What did it say?
Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy.
Did you know how many rebels preach against that? How many churches put out tracts and pamphlets and books about that? Most churches today have started putting out their own Bible. You got to be careful about your Bible. Because the war against God and His commandments is strong.
Yes, it is. Amen.
Sometimes, to make sure they kill number 4, they kill all 10.
That's right.
That's the only commandment I know where God said you should remember. Because that's the one they're going to forget.
That's right.
God don't need to tell man, remember now, don't commit adultery. he don't need to tell you to remember. Man don't know not to do it even while he's doing it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Don't have to tell me to remember now, don't steal. Don't tell him to remember not to steal. Remember not to bear false witness. Man know he lying. You don't need to tell him. You don't need to tell him remember now. You don't supposed to lie. You know he's lying. Out of all of the 10 commandments, God said just one. Remember the Sabbath day.
Keep it holy. Amen.
I was in a discussion with a big reverend. Well, you know, he says a big reverend. He's telling me, he said, let me tell you something. The 10 commandments, the Sabbath, that was by the forefathers. That's not for us. No, don't laugh. This is a sad situation. And many people go hear that preach tomorrow. He said these 10 commandments and the Sabbath, that's not for us. He said that was for our forefathers. I said, you believe your Bible? Every word. That's what I'm going to read something to you and tell me whether you believe this or not. Let me read it to you. Let us look at it together. You might need somebody to show it to yourself. Yeah, turn to Deuteronomy chapter 5, verse 2 and 3. Let's see who did God make this law for. Is it for our forefathers? Or is it for me and you? Deuteronomy chapter 5, verse 2 and 3. Praise the Lord. Let the saints say, praise God.
Praise God.
God's word is good, isn't it?
Amen.
God answers all our questions.
Amen.
Now, let's find out, did he make this law for our forefathers? Turn to Deuteronomy chapter 5, verse 2 and 3.
The Lord our God made a covenant with us in heaven.
Listen. Listen what it says. The Lord our God made a covenant with
Us.
who?
With us.
Who?
With us.
Amen. All right.
With us. With me. Brother David.
Amen.
Sister Tato.
All right. With us.
In Como. Ambassador Yimpo. God made a covenant with us.
Right.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
You know I love that.
Amen.
You know I love that.
Amen.
Who did he make this covenant with?
Us.
With us. Read on.
The Lord made not this covenant.
Well, listen.
Amen.
Read it. The Lord is what, brother?
The Lord made not this covenant with our forefathers.
Woo! Did you hear what it said?
All right.
The Lord made not this covenant
With our fathers.
with our fathers.
But with us.
Please stop the music.
Hallelujah.
Why would God want to tell our fathers about something he was there with them? He had to be talking to God.
Amen. Amen.
He made not this covenant with our fathers.
No. But with us.
But with us.
Even us.
Even.
Even us. Amen.
Glory, glory, glory. Let's say amen, brother.
Amen.
Who did he make this covenant with? Even us.
Who are all
Who all alive
alive this day.
sitting here alive this day.
Amen. Amen.
Do y'all see that?
Amen.
Is that in your Bible?
Amen.
You sure it's that?
Amen.
Who did God make this covenant with?
With us.
With us. Now, when you turn on the radio or get on your television, he said I'm some church tomorrow and you hear one of them lying rebels. God made this covenant with Moses, with Isaiah, and with Daniel. But he said, when he said us, he meant them. Let's see how they answer this. Look again in Deuteronomy, chapter 29, and start at verse 9 to 15. I gotta close. I wish I could go a little more. Man, but the time is so. Deuteronomy 29, verse 9 to 15. Let's hear what it says if you can. You got it? Enoch? Do you have it, Enoch?
Yes.
Let me hear it, please.
Keep therefore the words of this covenant.
Keep therefore the words of this covenant.
And do them.
And do them.
That ye may prosper in all that ye do.
You see? Listen. I was telling you earlier why we cannot prosper.
Amen.
You got people that work like a dog. And they put their money in a pocket that got a hole in it.
Amen.
Amen.
They look around and wonder where did their money go. They got to get a pencil and paper and try to know. I paid so and so and I read. What is the money? But if you do these commandments, you're going to prosper. Yes?
Ye stand this day, all of you, before the Lord your God.
Yes?
Your captains of your tribe.
Yes?
Your elders.
All right?
And your officers.
Yes?
With all the men of Israel.
Praise God.
Your little ones.
Your little children. Now listen, you teach these commandments to your little children. These little children must not sleep and slumber, grow up not knowing these commandments. You see what he says?
Your little ones.
Teach this to your little ones.
Amen.
All right?
Your wives.
Now. You got some wives don't know none of the commandments. As a matter of fact, in some religions, the wives don't even go to church. Just the man. Just the man. I think they call themselves Muslims.
So,
All right now. Watch out.
But in my Bible, they went to church. The men and the women. You hear what he said? Teach this to everybody. Teach it to your little children. They know these commandments. Teach it to your wives. They know these commandments. Go on.
And thy stranger that is in thy camp.
Now listen, you got a stranger. He's not an Israelite. He's not no Jew. But maybe he works for you. Maybe he sweeps your floor. You see what we are doing now, because we don't know the acceptable time. Israel is sweeping floors for the Gentiles. Israel is janitors for the Gentiles. Israel is chauffeuring the white man. You know a movie I seen that really made me sick? And I don't see too many movies that make me sick, but I seen one, Driving Miss Daisy. Did any of y'all see that movie?
obey these commandments, when we turn to doing what the Lord said we must do, He said, you're going to be the head. You won't be the tail. You're going to be above. Not beneath. Read on.
From the strangers within thy camp,
Yes,
from the hew of thy wood,
you're right.
and from the draw of thy water,
Go right on.
that thou shouldest enter into the covenant with the Lord thy God, the Lord thy God made with thee
All right.
this day,
All right. Go on.
that he may establish thee today for a people unto himself, and that he may be unto thee a God, and he has said unto thee,
Go right on.
as he has sworn unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob.
Now listen. They said that's who He made the covenant with.
And then here this day,
All right, read on.
And also with him that is not there.
wait. You see, you and I weren't standing there.
No.
We weren't there that day. But listen what God said. He said, I'm making it with everybody that is standing here with us this day.
And also with
And
him
I'm making it also with
that
him
is not here.
that is not here with us this day.
Hello.
Woo!
Hello.
Let the saints say amen.
Amen.
Let the saints say amen.
Amen.
I tell you, this word is just wonderful. I wish all the reverends knew this. Oh, the churches would be so much better tomorrow. Matter of fact, they wouldn't even be in there tomorrow. You know in the Bible, Sunday, the first day of the week was a work day.
Amen.
The first day, what was God doing? Working! The second day, what was He doing?
Working.
The third day, what was He doing?
Working.
The fourth day, what was He doing?
Working.
The fifth day, what was He doing?
Working.
The sixth day, what was He doing? The seventh day!
Yes.
Woo!
That the Lord blessed this day. You ever see when the Lord blessed the first day? You got to that 7 days of the Lord, He blessed this day. I tell you, this is a blessed day. And once you put yourself in it, some of the blessings gonna fall off on you. You got to say amen. Listen, you start running with righteous people, see those some of the righteous rub off on you. You start running with people that smoke. You might see them, you start smelling smoke in your clothes. You start running with drunkards. See them, they talk you into just. And you run with people a long time, some of them rub off on you. I had a hard time about a week ago trying to convince an American that I was an American. Man, you ain't no American. You come from one of the islands. I hear the way you talk, man. You ain't no real American. I said, yeah, man, I was born in America. No! Then he said, you got that accent. You come from maybe Jamaica or Guyana. I said, oh, Lord. Because I lived in Guyana, so I can't rub it off. It's hard for me even to convince the Americans that I am an American. Why? Because I talk like a Guyanese. It rub off. I don't know if y'all get what I am. So the Sabbath is a blessed day.
Amen.
And when you start partaking of the Sabbath, like Jesus kept Sabbath all his life.
Amen.
Never was a Sunday keeper.
No.
Somebody say amen.
Amen.
Or you gonna come in with contact with people gonna tell you he was. They ain't gonna tell you he changed it from Saturday to Sunday. Search the book and you shall know.
There's no scripture.
There ain't no scripture to tell them so.
Amen.
Jesus' mother and father were Sabbath keepers. Amen. And they brought that boy up. Tomorrow when the church is going talking about he rose. He rose. Woo. Need to stop and realize Jesus never rose from no grave on no Easter Sunday morning.
No way.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Now, none of us don't have no PhD but I can count from 1 to 3.
Amen.
And the Bible says Jesus shall be in the grave 3 days and 3 nights.
Amen.
It says that Jonah was in the belly of the whale.
Amen.
3 days and 3 nights.
Amen.
The Son of Man shall be 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the whale.
Amen.
Now watch that. They said Jesus was crucified on Good Friday.
Count it down.
And that he hung on the cross from the 6th to the 9th hour on that Friday.
Amen.
All right, that's it. Then they took him off of that cross that Friday evening, put him in Joseph's new tomb. All right, let's check it. From Friday evening to Saturday evening is how many days and nights? From Saturday evening to Sunday evening is how many days and nights?
2. Well. Teach.
From Sunday evening to Monday evening is how many days and nights?
Teach.
Y'all listen to what I'm showing you. Jesus going to be in the grave 3 days and 3 nights. Now let me tell you something. If he come out before, he's not the Christ. Y'all not listening to what I'm saying? Hear me? He must be in the grave 3 days and 3 nights to fulfill the prophecy.
Amen.
As Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the whale, so shall the Son of Man be 3 days and 3 nights.
Amen. Teach it.
Well, from Friday evening to Sunday morning, you couldn't get 3 days and 3 nights, even in Chinese mathematics. He ain't going so quick. Go on, again. Go on. Just 2.
Just two.
I would read these other scriptures here to you,
Each on.
but I'm going to have to stop because some of my souls have to get home. I just want to call your attention to one more scripture as we have a countdown to the millennium. It's less than 300 days. And I know a lot of people are wondering, what's it going to be like from now to then? Now is the acceptable year. Now is when you settle all your debts with the Lord. You make everything right with God. You may not be able to get everything right with everybody, but make sure you make it right with God.
Amen.
Okay? Pay all your tithes.
Amen.
Wait,
Amen.
You know the millennium gonna come and find a lot of people owing God. Do you have to make to pay tithes?
$1.
How much?
$1.
How much?
$1.
Let me see the hands of somebody in here that works and don't make $1. If you make $1, you owe tithes. How much?
10 cents.
ask you another question. What kind of person you would find that God bless you with health and strength, able to get up, put on your clothes, and go to a job and work 5 days, not 6. And on the 7th day, out of every dollar you made, you won't give him 10 cents. What kind of person you call that? Is that a good person for the kingdom?
No.
That's a cruel person. 10 cents. But you know what most say? You see, I don't make very much. And when I pay these bills, but if God put a little thing called sickness up on you tomorrow morning, what about your bills? What if you wake up Monday morning and you can't get out of bed? What happened to your bills? You lose your job and God. Not teaching the Bible. It's music. And when they hear the music, I don't know if you've been in churches, but I have been in churches that when they hear the music, they go, wow! In front of me, I asked him, I said, did you go to the temple? And he said, no, I didn't go. He said, well, I sent my wife to take my tithes. I don't stop paying my tithes, but I didn't go to the temple. He said, but I did send my tithes. But we have people don't go and don't send tithes. Y'all ain't saying.
Amen.
In St. Matthew 24. Oh, brothers and sisters. St. Matthew 24. Let's read from verse 37 to 39, and we close.
But as the days of Noah, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Let me see that. You understand that? In St. Matthew 24 and verse 37. He said, as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be the coming of the Son of Man. Is that what it says?
Amen.
In other words, there was a millennium in the days of Noah. Some of you don't know that. There was a millennium. And guess what? Everybody! Everybody on the face of the earth was destroyed except 8. You aware of that? Y'all aware of that?
Amen.
You see, some folks think you're talking about the end of the world. They think you're talking about the ground gonna pop up, the trees gonna be falling, and the sky gonna fall in. No. A new heaven and a new system, a new way, a new order. The religion of God that most folks don't know nothing about is going to surface. House of Israel shall rise. God said it shall blossom and bud and fill the face of the earth. Folks never heard of the House of Israel. You got some say you belong in God's church. You ever heard that? Yeah, but you are. I belong in Seminary Church. I belong in Catholic, Jehovah's Witness, Baptist, Catholic. Some folks say it don't matter what you belong to, long as you're right in your heart. You hear that? No matter what you belong to, long as you're right in your heart. If your child pick up a bottle of poison, and in that child's heart they just water and drink it. Long as the child is right in the heart, you think the child will be with you? The child is dead. God don't have but one church.
Amen.
Ain't but one God.
Amen.
As it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. Yes.
For as in the days that were before the flood.
Now let's find out what was happening. 38. Yeah.
For as in the days that were
Matthew
before the flood,
24, verse 38. Yes. For as in the days,
that were before the flood,
yes,
they were eating
they were eating
and drinking,
and drinking
marrying,
and married.
and given in marriage.
Now just a minute, stop right now, stop. We got to ask some questions here. What is wrong with eating? Because before we came here to the temple, I'm sure all the talking about this morning, we were eating. And some of us, as we got here to the temple, we took it a little bit. We were eating. We were drinking. I believe the majority of us is in this temple now is married. So he says here, as it was in the days of Noah, that's the way it's going to be when Elijah comes. They was eating, drinking, married,
And
being
given in
given.
marriage.
So wait, what's wrong with these things? Is God telling us to stop eating? Stop drinking? So what is it? What is he telling us? What's happening here? Yes, Tina. What's wrong there?
These people were more concerned.
Oh! That's what they live for. They live to eat. Not eat to live. They live to eat. They live to drink. Not drink to live. They interest. You know something today. 9 and 1/2 people out there with 10, their interest is not about God. In Jerusalem, back home, we have a song. They just come from Sabbath. They should have loved you better than to treat you so unkind. But Elijah
was the last one on their mind.
They ain't even got that on their mind. You know, people tell you, say, well, I would kill, but I ain't got no money. You know what that means? They ain't got no money for you. They don't have no money. But not for this, not for God, not for this temple. So why was God saying the same thing they were doing in the days of Noah? That's what they're going to be doing when the Lord comes? Because that's what their interest was. Their interest was in eating. And not just eating good. That folks say high on the hog. You hear folks when people are eating real good, they say, eating high on the hog, man. Living good, having that nice, good steak, syrup. Nice sweet corn, sweet peas, everything sweet, man. Real good! That's what folks was interested in the days of Noah. They didn't pay no attention to what Noah was preaching. No, they called Noah a madman. Here he is out here on the desert. Building a ship on a desert. They said Noah crazy. Some old man out there, his sons and their wives, and they building a ship on a desert. Now I must admit, even I go back and see somebody building a ship out on the desert. We go sort of land, you know, what do they have to do here? But the people didn't just land in. They said Noah was crazy. They said, Noah, why are you building a ship out here on the desert, man? How will you ever get this ship to the water? Noah said, well, God said, that's the water was going to come to the ship.
Man, you gotta be crazy. How is water gonna come out here on the desert? He said, well, God said this water was gonna come out of heaven, gonna fall out of the... He said, y'all ought to do something for the old boy. Told Noah's son, said, y'all ought to... I know they probably killed my son. Sometimes I be preaching, they probably killed my son. Y'all ought to get your old boy out there, and see if you get some care and look after him a little bit. They said Noah was crazy. Keep in mind, it had never rained. Never had rain. Nobody never heard about water coming out of the clouds. Saying as many things you and I preach, nobody's ever heard about it. But because they never heard about it, does not mean it's not going to happen. Noah just kept building his ark. Well, let us work it, children. God said the water's coming, let's keep building. I want to say to you this here today, God says He's one church, house of Israel. So let me say Israel, let us keep building. Amen. Let all of them that's in them churches out there that men and women set up, let us keep going. The rain is coming. Amen. Let's see what happened to them. Jesus was sent to the house of Israel. Yes, sir. And He sent His preachers to the house of Israel. I don't see Catholic Church in the Bible. Baptist, Jehovah's Witness, Methodist, Seventh-day Adventist, Baptist Church, Pentecostal Church. Pentecostal folks don't know that the word Pentecost is a Jewish feast. A Jewish feast. Well, God said He's going to give us back everything we lost. It's hard for me to stop. I'm trying hard. Can I just read that to you and stop? Turn and read this. God going to give you back everything the devil has taken away from us. He's going to give it all back to you, He said. Look in Joel. The book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 25. Let's stop. We're going to stop. We're going to run. Joel, chapter 2, verse 25 to 27. In the book of Joel, Joel. Yes. That's next to the book of Daniel, Hosea. When you leave Hosea, the next book is Joel. Chapter 2, verse 25 to 27.
And I will restore to you.
Now listen what it says.
And I will restore to you.
I'm going to restore. What does restore mean?
Bring back.
Turn it back, give it back. I shall restore to you
The years that the locusts had eaten.
Listen, you know, some of us look back over our lives and we know years that we can't even figure out what was going on in them years. We just out there wasting our lives, wasting our time, getting this sickness, this problem, that problem. God said, let me tell you something. I'm going to restore back to you all of that that the locusts have eaten. I'm talking about the world. Everything they have taken away from you, God says, I'm going to give it back. Hallelujah. Oh, I want to tell you, in the kingdom of God, to be in control, won't be no one put people in the kingdom. Everybody will have two people. There won't be no one-eyed person that they don't have two eyes. God said, I'm going to restore. Read on. Can you go on? Or did you lose it? Yes.
And
I will restore to you the years that the locusts have eaten. The cankerworm, all of that that the liquor, the rum, the dope, the women, the men, all of that they have taken from you. A lot of folks can't pay tithes because them women taking their money. The caterpillar and liquor, cigarettes, the palmer worm, a great army which I sent among you. And ye shall eat in plenty. Listen, sometimes nowadays we can't eat what we want. Some mornings I wake up and I said to the queen, you know what I want? She said, what did you want? I said, well, whatever you can. Don't let me go into that. But whatever you got, yes. But the word says, listen, the acceptable year is come, and soon, very soon, you shall eat in plenty. I remember when I was brought up in the South in Arkansas, many days we had the leftovers. They take all the leftovers and put it in. Some of y'all didn't know that. And they make something out of that. Them leftovers. And that's another meal. And that make some soup out of it, make something. Take all the bread, the potatoes, and all that stuff you left in your plate. They put it all together and fix it up.
That's right. Amen.
But God said, put it again! Won't need no food stamps. Your daughters and your wife won't have to be cussed out to get on welfare. We will run the welfare.
Amen.
Not be on the welfare. We will run the welfare.
Amen.
You'd be surprised what folks have to go through today to get a little welfare. It's a humiliating and an embarrassing thing. But some folks have to go through to get that little piece of the welfare. God said you're going to eat plenty and be satisfied and praise the name of the Lord your God. Oh, we going to really praise the Lord. You know, you got folks, some folks that really would keep Sabbath, but they got a Job. And that Job won't let them get off to keep Sabbath. So they have to turn down God to keep that Job. They call it a job, but it's a different than a job than a Job. You see what I'm talking about? Man doesn't get up when he wants to. Go to his work when he pleases. Take off when he get ready. You know what he got? He got a job. Man doesn't have to get out of bed when the man tells him. Get there punch a clock when he's, you know what he got? He got a job. And if you don't punch that clock and you look on that, they gonna deal with him. You got to punch in and you got to punch out. We just a punching society. Hello? Punching, it ain't making nobody.
That's right. Amen.
I was at a meeting the other day, committed to help prisoners. They said most black folks in America are security guards. And the others are being guarded by security guards in prison.
Amen.
Y'all listen to what I said. Said you knock on every door. And ask the man in that house, what is your work? Security. Go to the next house and find out about that man. He's being guarded by a security guard in the prison. That's the state we in. And the churches have convinced us that it's God's will. God's will is not that we suffer. Why must we be poor? Why must we be broke? Like black is a curse. Black is holy.
Amen.
Black is righteousness.
Amen.
See, God said, I'm going to give you back everything. Amen. Let me come on here and close. Verse 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of the Baptists. Israel. Wait, let me read that. Wait, that's verse 27. Joel 2 and 27. And you shall know that I am in the midst of the Muslims. Israel. The Rastafari. Israel. God must know where he's at. And God said, you're going to know that I'm in the midst of Israel. Amen. And listen to the rest of this. Brace yourself. And that I am the Lord your God, and none else. And my people shall never. I was sinking deep in sin, far from the peaceful shore. Very deep I was sinking to rise.
majesty.
From the waters. Let everybody sing. Let the saints say amen.
Amen.
Let the saints say amen again.
Amen. Praise God. I think we've had a good day.
Amen.
Seemed to me like a great day today. This is the day that the Lord has made.
Amen.
We shall rejoice and be glad in it. We'll give space to them. If you have a question, raise your hand. If there was some point you missed, this time we always take questions. Just raise your hand and ask your question. We'll be glad to deal with it. There is no question. Praise God. Do we have any visitors? Yes. We do have one visitor. Thank God.
Amen.
We're so happy to have Brother Stephen in our midst today. Brother, would you care for any remarks to say anything? We're so happy you're with us today at the House of Israel. We do pray you'll get a chance to visit with us again. We're so happy you come. So glad you worship with us on this occasion. All right, let us quickly and swiftly take up our gifts, our tithes, and our offerings, and we are going to run. Children, be still on the run. Yes. What those have, let them bring. Let them bring. Be seated. Yes. Let everyone bring. Those who have already, I have received Queen UC. I received her Passover fast. I received from Nkomo and family. I received that pledge. Let everyone be quick if you can, and we will be moving away. Some have to get to work. Did I see Queen Jomo come in as we were singing the, oh Lord, I'm going to really spank Queen Jomo. I haven't seen her in about 6 months. Wow. Yes, man. You have sin offerings, please do not put sin offerings on the table. Put them in my hands. Put it down. Some of you are seeing our temple for the first time. We hope you like our temple. We're glad you were here to see it. The weather is getting ready. We plan to run change. I don't give change. All change is nice.